Hey gang, have you ever wondered if God is really up there? Is he listening? Is he watching? Is he ruling over the world? Well, he is, and I'll tell you how I know that's true. From Maui, Hawaii, Discovery Jones Expeditions is coming up next.
Discovery! Discovery! I can't find my blue socks! Why, they're hiding from me. I think they got eaten by our washing machine.
Rusty, the washing machine doesn't eat socks.
It doesn't?
No.
Well then, where are my socks?
Well, where did you look?
Well, I've looked everywhere. It's like my socks are playing hide and seek with me. I'm mad at my dumb socks.
Now, Rusty, look, there's no reason to get mad at your socks. I mean, they don't have a brain, so they didn't hide from you. You just misplaced them.
No, really, I don't think I misplaced them. I put them together in the laundry.
Well, then they have to be around here somewhere, right? Just keep looking. They'll turn up somewhere. You know, this situation reminds me of something I've been thinking a lot about. Do you realize that we can't hide from God? But the Bible does tell us to seek Him. So hide and seek are actually in the Bible.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, God's been teaching me a lot about how He's everywhere. We can't hide from Him, and He never hides from those who seek Him.
Well, that's neato, Discovery.
It sure is. Hey, I'm going on an adventure to seek and find out more about our amazing Creator. Now listen, you take care of things around here while I'm away, okay?
Oh, I will. Where are you going?
Well, are you ready for this? I'm going to Maui.
Maui? Wowie! In Hawaii?
Yep, that's the one.
Awesome. Can I go?
Well, Rusty, you've got school. Besides, isn't tomorrow field day?
Oh, yeah, I couldn't miss field day. What was I thinking?
That's what I was wondering. You love field day.
Yeah, I love field day, so I'll see you back here soon, right?
Right. You have fun, and I hope you find your blue socks.
Yeah, me too. Okay, bye.
See you later.
See ya. Oh, where's that blue sock?
Well, I'm here on the beautiful island of Maui, Hawaii, and as you look out over the hillsides, it is spectacular. I want you to meet somebody. This is Jason Lattice. Jason, how's it going, man?
All right.
Well, Jason's with Latitudes and Attitudes, and they will take you all over the island and show you things from a unique perspective like you've never seen before. And as we look off the hillside, Jason, here, it is incredible. Look at that ocean. It is beautiful out there. Man, this is exciting. Now, we're going to try and cover some of the area by foot. We're on a hiking expedition today. Jason, how long have you been doing this out here in Maui?
About 8 years now.
8 years.
Yeah.
You must love it out here. What a place to
I
live.
love it. It's beautiful. A little bit of everything.
Well, that must be very rewarding for you to go out here and explore the area and take people out here to see this neat stuff.
It's nice. We get a chance to go to some areas that only we have access to on the island here.
Well, I say we get started and waste no more time. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
All right. Okay, so watch your step as we get in here. It's gonna get really slippery.
Oh, this is awesome. This is one of those streams you talked about.
Exactly, so put your hand down on those rocks to support you as you come through here.
All right. Well, this is so cool out here.
Oh yeah, it gets better and better. This is one of those introduced exotics I was telling you about. This is a Ficus poloensis, commonly called a banyan tree. And you'll see these here and there throughout the islands. This one's just a baby. They'll get hundreds of years old.
No kidding.
Yeah, they drop these little aerial roots here. They come down, and when it hits the ground, it roots and forms another trunk to support the tree so it can keep growing. These will actually get, in Asia, up to 1/3 of a mile around.
Wow, no kidding.
Yeah, no kidding at all.
That is awesome.
Yeah, so give it a little time. This one will cover the whole hillside.
I'd love to see that someday. This is cool. Let's see what else there is.
All right, let's go.
So do you ever wonder how God keeps up with all of us? I mean, think about it. How in the world does God keep up with all of the people and all of the problems going on here on earth? Well, it's a beautiful mystery, I suppose, but we learn from Scripture that God is omniscient,
omnipresent, and omnipotent. Say that 3 times. Those are big words, huh? I know I can barely say them all myself. But let's talk about what they mean.
All right, watch your step again as we descend into the river here.
Okay.
All right, now we're getting into the good stuff. Just wait till you see what we run into around the corner
Oh,
here.
yeah, what's coming?
I'll show you when we get there. All right, Discovery, so this is what I was telling you we'd run into.
Yeah, this is overwhelming. Look at this. I can't believe what I'm seeing. Now, this is bamboo, right?
This is technically the world's tallest grass.
Grass?
This is Asian bamboo.
If this is grass, I think I've been shrunk. I'm walking through a lawn somewhere.
You definitely feel like an ant down here, looking up.
Wow, this is just beautiful.
This bamboo, like some of the other trees I was talking about, was introduced. This is not native to Hawaii and has been brought over from Asia maybe 100 years ago.
That's amazing. Now, would you find a lot of this bamboo in Hawaii and the different islands?
Yeah, it does. It tends to take over an area. It's a grass, and if you plant a couple stalks within a year or two, it'll just take over the whole area.
No kidding. Well, that is impressive. This is a great place to sit down and relax for the day, have a sandwich, and just take a little nap.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea to me.
Well, before we do that, though, we got a lot more to see, I'm sure, right?
Okay, let's
keep
go.
going.
I'll show you some more. So Discovery, all this we're walking through here is wild Hawaiian ginger.
Really?
Yeah, in fact, if you look down here, this root right here, this is the flower that grows under this wild avapuhi ginger.
That is cool.
Yeah, check this out. If you hold your hand out.
like closed
It is, almost, and this is just a small one. They get bigger, but hold your hand out flat.
Okay.
And you'll notice it puts out this clear gel.
Look at that.
And if you feel it, it's kind of slick. The
Oh, yeah.
locals, the Hawaiians used to use this to scrub up with in the river. They called it soap ginger.
Sounds
And the
cool.
women noticed that if they left it in their hair, it made it shiny.
No kidding.
Yeah, so that's where they got the idea of using Hawaiian ginger shampoos and conditioners. They put
about that?
avapuhi in it, and
And that
make
stuff
your
grows all over the place.
yeah, there you go. Another excuse to come to Maui. Wash your hair.
Always need a reason to come to Maui.
And a reason to
Cool.
wash your hair.
Air conditioner. Very good.
All right.
Let's work on that while we're going on.
Exactly. So Discovery, here's another one of those native trees I was telling you about.
Right here?
Yeah, this one's called the kukui nut tree.
Kukui nut.
Yeah, and this one's kind of young, but when that grows up, yeah, you can split it out of that shell like a walnut, crack it open, and there's a little nut the size of a macadamia nut in there.
No kidding.
And if you crush it, you could light it on fire.
Is that right?
Yeah, they're actually flammable. The Hawaiians used to use these for their lanterns and light.
No kidding.
Yeah,
What about the
pretty
flower
easy.
that's on here?
That flower is actually the state flower of the island of Molokai. And also medicinally, if you pluck off one of these leaves, I'll get a nice big one up here, and hold it for just a minute, you'll see that sap starting to form there. That's
Kind of starting to kind of bubble off the top.
yeah, that's a natural astringent. So if you cut yourself shaving, you need to buy a ticket and come to Maui, and you can heal yourself right here.
Whoa, this is a weird moment
I'm
because
serious.
I was just thinking when you broke that off,
Yeah.
I bet if I cut myself shaving, I could use the stuff coming out of the end of this leaf to fix it.
You're amazing.
I've been doing this a long time, huh?
Exactly.
That's pretty cool. No, that's very cool information, though. I can't believe that. Now, you'd have to pick a lot of these to get enough to work, though, wouldn't you?
Well, not too much. In fact, if you put a drop on your tongue, you'll pucker up pretty quick.
I think I'll pass on
Okay.
that. Thank you very much.
All
Let's
right,
see what's up
fine.
here.
All right, let's go.
So the first big word, omniscient, means that God has all knowledge. God knows all things that are possible to be known. He's the all-knowing one. If you break the word down, it's sort of like omniscience. God is the #1 scientist because he created all the gorgeous scenery we're seeing on this island and everywhere. He is the all-knowing one. He knows everything. Pretty cool, huh?
Oh, hey, Discovery, check this out.
Oh, what do you got?
Remember those terrace levels I was showing you?
Oh, yeah.
Where they grew taro?
Yeah.
The cool thing about this valley is you still see it growing wild out here sometimes. Check this out. The kids used to love to play with these in the villages.
Oh,
Look at that.
wow.
Thing beads water better than Gore-Tex.
It doesn't even sink into the plant at all.
No.
Oh, that's incredible.
Now this leaf that we're playing with is actually edible. It's called lau, L-A-U, and it cooks down like a really hearty spinach. But the main part of the plant, the root, if you were to pull this up, looks like a turnip.
Oh, really?
And that's what they would bake and then pound into that purple paste called poi.
poi.
Yeah.
Yummy. We love poi.
It doesn't get any better.
Yeah, thanks for showing me that. That's awesome how it just kind of deflects the water right off of that.
Yeah.
Cool. What can we find?
I don't know. Let's find out.
We're covering a lot of terrain out here, Jason. What are you finding over there?
Some wild guava here. I'll show you. Across the river
Oh, this
over
is
here.
very cool. An
Yeah.
actual guava. There's a guava tree back there.
Yeah, they grow wild all over the place. Here, I'll show you. More vitamin C than an orange in these little guys. If you
Oh,
cut it
wow,
open,
it's like pink.
yeah, exactly. Now, don't bite into these seeds. They're really hard when you try it. But if you want to take a bite, just like the wedge of an orange, you'll see what I mean. It's got a tart.
Oh, that's really good. That's tasty. You can fill up on these out here everywhere.
Yeah, good energy.
Awesome, man. Well, let's keep going.
All right, let's go.
Got some energy.
See what else we can find to eat.
Well, one big word down, two to go. What do you think omnipresent means? Well, remember how we broke down omniscient into two words? Let's do the same with omnipresent. Omni means all, and you know what present means, right? When your teacher calls the roll and you hear your name, you say what? You say here or present, right? Present means that you are here. Well, God is all present. He's everywhere. He's close to you and me right now. He is bigger than our universe. He's beyond our universe. The Bible calls him Emmanuel, God with us. God is everywhere, and his love is everywhere. Wow. Jason, this is awesome. There's so many different types of terrain out here to hike on in Maui.
Well, that's one of the beautiful things about Maui is there's so many climate zones condensed onto this little island that we've got just about everything to choose from nice casual rainforests to hiking up ridgelines to hiking at altitude on the Haleakala Crater.
That is cool. Now, what about extreme type hiking?
Extreme, probably one of the coolest things we do is the heli hiking and heli biking, where you can come in by helicopter and land at one of our private landing zones, and we've got mountain bikes waiting for you, or your hiking
That's
guide.
awesome. That
Yeah.
sounds so cool.
It's great.
Oh, what a way to, that's an adventure right there.
Yeah.
Now, to find out more about what you all offer at your company, where would we look on the internet?
The best place would be ecomaui.com.
ecomaui.com. We'll
Yeah.
check that out. Now, are we about to wrap it up here? We done, or we got anything else
Just
to see?
about. There's some cool stuff right around the corner here I want to show
It
you.
just keeps coming.
I tell you.
So we have one final word to consider in our big word of the day adventure, omnipotent. What in the world do you think that means? Well, it means that God has the power. Everyone wants to have power, but the only one who truly has power is God. He can do the impossible. Jesus, God's Son, brought a dead person back to life, and nobody on earth can do that. And check this out. God brought Jesus back to life after he had been dead for 3 days. Now we know that's impossible, at least in human terms, but the Bible tells us that nothing is impossible with God. He can do all things. So there. Can you remember our 3 big words? They all start with the same 4 letters. O-M-N-I. Omni. If you can remember them, you're really going to impress your teachers.
Oh, wow, a swinging bridge. This is cool, Jason.
Yeah? You think you can handle it?
I don't know. I think so.
right.
You know, I got to thank you and everybody at Latitudes and Attitudes. What a great time we had. Now, I'm off to another adventure. Let's go.
Let's go.
Ooh, this bridge looks kind of cool. Well, hiking around this beautiful island can really give a guy a sense of perspective. Do you know what that means? Well, it means that as I look around and see the sides of these beautiful mountains, it makes me realize just how great God is and how small I am. Now, there's something I've always wanted to do here in Maui, and it involves going underwater and staying for a long time. Can you guess what that is? No, it's not scuba diving, but I did hear somebody say it. It's going underwater in a submarine. Check this out. You know, being here in Maui in the Hawaiian Islands offers some really cool activities. Another of which is riding in a submarine. This is going to be awesome. I want you to meet somebody. This is Jim Walsh. Jim, how are you, sir?
Aloha, Discovery.
Good to see you. Now listen, you work with Atlantis Adventures, specifically with submarines, right?
That's right.
Well, how did that all begin for you? Where'd your interest begin in submarines?
Well, I've always had a passion for the ocean, and I was really into the commercial diving aspect and on oil rigs, underwater welding, and I got into the submarine operation about 16 years ago, and I lived in the Caribbean doing it, and then I've been in Maui now for about 13 years.
So what is that like to see the underwater world through the eyes of a submarine? That's got to be awesome.
Well, you know, I think it's a really fascinating thing to be able to see the underwater world through that viewport. You know, we get to see the above ground and the beauty that the Lord has created above land, but underwater, not all that many people get to do that. So
something else to see to be thankful for, too, I'm sure. Now, before we head out in the submarine, I want to ask you about this beautiful ship behind us. This is like an old pirate ship. What is this thing?
This is the brig Carthaginian. It's a replica of a whaling-style vessel. Lahaina is a very popular whaling capital, and this is going to be converted into part of our artificial reef program.
Wait a minute, artificial reef? That means this thing's going to be sunk in the water, right?
Yeah, next time you guys come back, you get to view that underwater.
Cool. Well, that's really neat. And all of our adventure pals out there want to come out. Maybe next time they get here, they could see that thing underwater and drive right by it.
Right on.
Well, let's get in the sub and get going. What do you say?
Let's go.
Let's do it.
Okay, Discovery, let's go. After you.
All right, let's go. Yeah, cool.
Hey, gang, we'll see ya.
Thank you. Now, Jim, this is really impressive. I mean, all these knobs and buttons. What are you doing right now?
Well, right now we're doing a little pre-dive thing where we're adjusting our ballast system right here for the next dive. And the ballasting, we adjust the ballast every dive to the amount of passengers on board.
Now, for those youngsters out there that don't know what a ballast is, explain that briefly, really simply.
Ballast is water that we pump in and out of the submarine, not on the inside, of course, but on the outside, to compensate for the amount of passengers that we have inside the submarine. We always want to maintain positive buoyancy, and which means the submarine always wants to float like a cork, and we adjust the water ballast to make that happen.
Tell me about the training for a pilot or someone who can drive a submarine. How important is that?
Well, we have a very extensive training program. We could take an entry-level person, any one of you kids out there, about 2 years to become a pilot. And we bring them in and teach them all of the stuff that they need to know about the marine biology, the systems, and how to actually drive the thing.
Well, I certainly have not gone through that schooling yet, but I think it's important that I step out of the way. We let the real pilots step in and take over because we've got a lot of folks waiting for us.
Okay, well, let's go.
Let's do it.
Your hatches are now secure. Elastic points are on. Ballast is set. We are ready to dive. We have the urge to submerge.
Wow, this is way cool. Did you know that even down here, God is right next to me? That's right. There is no place to go where we will be out of His care and love. Listen to this awesome verse from Psalm 139. Verse 7 says, I can never escape from your spirit. I can never get away from your presence. Then verse 8 says, if I go up to heaven, you are there. If I go down to the place of the dead, you are there. It's amazing. God is everywhere. What's that make you feel like, Jim, when you take people out? Because you've got people that come with you of all ages, especially the young people. That's got to be a neat experience for them because most of them, of course, have never seen the ocean that deep before. So you're in charge of a lot of this stuff. What's it make you feel like to take them down?
Well, it's a really wonderful experience to see the expressions on children's faces of, you know, the young ones, even the old ones as well, when they just glow with enthusiasm when they see all that nature has provided. Everything that's down there is just an awesome experience, and they get so excited by seeing all the different creatures down there, and we have an opportunity to share that with them. It's just, to me, it just brings me great joy to watch that happen.
This is really fun. It's so cool to see all the neat things God created under the sea. He really is omniscient, you know, all-knowing. He can do anything. Oh, and He's right here with me, right here. He's omnipresent. And He allows fish to live and breathe underwater where there's no oxygen. He is totally omnipotent. Way cool. Does it ever get scary for you on a submarine, or do you feel really safe?
No, I feel safe.
And why is that? Have you learned how it works, or explain to me why you would tell your friends that it's safe to go on a submarine?
Because it's built so that if anything happens, it'll just float back to the surface.
Jim, what an experience. That was awesome,
All right,
man.
high five, brother.
I never thought going down on a submarine would be quite like that. I mean, you really do get to see so many kinds of cool fish down there. It's a neat experience, and I know for the kids, they enjoyed it too.
Ah, it's wonderful. Great thing to do. It's wonderful to come to work and to be able to see all of that amazing stuff every day. I dig it.
Well, God has created an amazing world for us, both on top of the water and beneath. Wouldn't you say?
That's right. Amen.
Hey, where can we find you on the internet?
We're at www.atlantisadventures.com.
AtlantisAdventures.com. Had a great time. Thanks,
All right.
Jim. All right.
Hui ho.
Ahui ho. Isn't Maui beautiful? You know, sometimes it just amazes me at how many different ways there are to get from one location to another. But what's cool to think about is that God is omnipresent. He's everywhere all at once, so he doesn't need a way to get from one place to another. He's always there. And that should make you feel really good when you're feeling all alone in the world. Or if you think you need to run and hide from God because of something you've done wrong, because His love is unconditional and He's always ready to forgive you. It's like this. There's a little voice we hear. It's God telling us that there is a right and a wrong way to live. Sometimes, though, we don't listen. That makes us want to run away from God and hide from Him, doesn't it? But listen to what Psalm 139 says in verse 11 and 12. I could ask the darkness to hide me and the light around me to become night. But even in darkness, I cannot hide from you. To you, the night shines as bright as day. Darkness and light are both alike to you. Just about everywhere you look on the island of Maui, it is beautiful, at least what you can see during the daytime. But at nighttime, of course, everything's totally dark. Have you ever seen those night vision goggles? They're supposed to help you see things just as well at nighttime as you do during the day. Well, think about this. God is God. He doesn't need night vision goggles. He sees just as well during the nighttime as He does during the day. There's no place on this earth you can hide from our Lord. He sees everything. There's no secret place. And remember, gang, like I said earlier, God is everywhere. He's not hiding from us, He's seeking us. And He wants you to know that He is willing to forgive you for being disobedient to Him. His love is unconditional no matter what you've done. And remember, God is omniscient, omnipresent, and omnipotent. And that is way cool. And it's time for me now to leave this tropical paradise of Maui, Hawaii. It has been awesome, and I sure am gonna miss it.
Hey, Discovery! How was Maui? It looked way cool.
Oh, it was, Rusty. I had a blast.
Yeah, the bamboo forest and that ride in the submarine.
That was really cool. You should go down in a submarine sometime. I mean, the colors change and the fish are cool.
Wow. Yeah. Hey, guess what?
What?
While you were away, I found my blue socks. And I won the hide-and-seek contest at Squirrel Academy on field day.
Really? They had a hide-and-seek contest at field day?
Yeah, it was neato. I ran so fast that nobody could catch up with me, so I won the contest.
You outran Rascal?
Oh yeah, can you believe it? I was running so fast that not even Rascal could catch me.
That's awesome, Rusty. Wow. Well, did you hear what I said on today's adventure about how you can't hide from God?
Oh yeah, 'cause God is omnipresent, right?
Exactly. Yeah, I'm impressed you even pronounced it correctly.
Yeah, well, I like learning big words, and it impresses Rochelle when I can say big words and all.
Oh, I see. It's impressing Rochelle. Well, that's a good motive.
Well, that's not my only motive, but, you know, I thought what you said about omniscient, omnipresent, and omnipotent was super fantastical, extremely radicalicious. I mean, to think that God is all-knowing, always present, and all-powerful? Well, fluff my fur. That's just incredible.
I know, it really is. God is right here. He's everywhere.
Yeah, and He's right here, 'cause I asked Him to be my Lord.
That's right, Rusty.
Yeah, He lives in my heart, and that's way cool, isn't it, Discovery?
Oh, it's cooler than way cool, Rusty. Hey, but this isn't cool.
What?
Well, guess what?
What's that?
It's about that time to tell our friends goodbye again. Will you help me tell them goodbye?
Oh, sure.
Okay.
I love you. Lots of people love you, but the one who made you loves you the most.
You gotta try a submarine trip sometime. It's cool.
It's been awesome. Awesome. It's been awesome, and the sure time I'm gonna miss it. Thank you, boys. Okay. Hey gang, the DJ Club Code of Conduct reminds me that God loves me, even when I disappoint Him. Since we learned today that God is everywhere and knows everything, that's a really great promise to remember. We'll see you next time.